Assalamu alaikum. My name is Tanmay Hussain. I'm a mentor, PEC Education. You know about PEC Education, which is the finest PTE training center in Bangladesh, and we are the authorized training center of Pearson Bangladesh. Today, we are going to talk about reading, which is a very important task of PTE exam. Why reading is very important? Of course, we have speaking, writing, and listening as well. But why PTE is important? Because most of our students struggle a lot while attempting reading band. Why? Because for our student, most of our students don't have a very good grammar knowledge, don't have enough amount of vocabulary. So they struggle a lot while answering fill in the blanks, multiple choice questions, and reorder paragraph. So let me tell you, there are 5 tasks in PTE reading. Number 1, multiple choice, multiple answer. Number 2, multiple choice, single answer. Number 3, reorder paragraph. And number 4, fill in the blanks reading. And number 5, fill in the blanks reading and writing. Let me tell you something. This band contains only 30 minutes. And within these 30 minutes, you have to complete all tasks. The given time is the only time you will be using. Within these 30 minutes, you have to complete this reading band. So what actually you will be doing? First of all, what sort of issues you struggle? We face grammatical problems, we face like collocation problem, because in reading band you have to mainly focus on collocation and grammar. But yes, of course, while you will be doing multiple choice, multiple answer, and multiple choice, single answer, you have to mostly careful about keywords, because you will be getting only 2.5 minutes, maximum 2.5 minutes to complete one answer. Okay, just 2.5 minutes, not more than that. So what you have to do is you have to be very good in time management. So this is important, and by the time you have to be a fast reader. Let's see what are the important points we should be very careful about while we will be attempting PTE reading. You have to understand the articles and the prepositions, and also some modal verbs, and also you have to understand the subject verb agreement. Those are very important. You know, subject verb agreement is like I eat rice. So I the subject, eat verb, and rice object. So these sort of things you have to understand. If you don't understand, then it's hard. And the use of preposition, for example, like when we will be using to, when you will be using like for, of, about, those things are very important. So to achieve this task, or to complete this task in a good way, to get your desired score in reading band, you have to practice reading at home. And like practice reading means like you have to read it in a way so that you understand. Okay, so like when you are reading something, don't just mark the words, the unfamiliar words. Read it in a meaningful way. Try to understand the context of the reading, and then try to go through the grammatical function of the reading passage. Those like what sort of collocation they have used, like what sort of grammar they have used. Those are the things very important to complete the reading band. One more thing I have found for you, which is that to use of have, has, had. Sometimes we get confused. Like I have been doing this, I have done this. Okay, so these are the things. Like he had prepared his old car. So while you are using had or have, So you have to understand what sort of verb you are using. Is it verb 1, verb 2, or verb 3? Read, go, went, gone. This sort of things you have to be very careful while looking at the fill in the blanks. So he can speak many languages. So language can be plural, languages, languages, many. So many languages. See, when you use many, so many languages, he can speak many languages. When you are using the word many, so it means you are signifying the plural, subject plural. And also the conjunction rule, like for example, my family will go to Melbourne and settle there. So conjuncting, you are adding two sentence. Conjunction. Grammar may be frustrating for many PTE candidates because of its complex rule. So you have to understand those. Another thing is that read regularly and improve speed reading. Like, what do you mean by speed reading? Speed reading doesn't mean that you just got a book and you are just reading. No. You have to read and understand simultaneously. So if you just read and if you don't understand, that will not be a meaningful reading. So you have to be very careful. Many of our students, when they start attempting the practical exam of reading, they face first of all, they take a lot of time to think. We always suggest our student to think while practicing, not during the final exam. While you are attempting any practice module, think. First you should practice for 1 hour, then you reduce your time, 20 minutes or 30 minutes, then 20 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 5 minutes. Do your practice like that. If you just jump to attempt something within 5 minutes, then it will be hard for you, because most of our students, I can say that 99% of Bangladeshi students usually don't have proper way of practicing reading. We read, of course, we read Bengali books, but we don't read English that much. Yes, we read if necessary for our job. In job sector, you can say that to read the company profile or any kind of official documents. We read those, but those are not academic reading. And also in school or colleges, we read to pass the exam. We never, in our SSC, HSC exam, we just read to pass the exam. That's it. We will have suggestions, and based on that, we sit for the exam. We used to sit for the exam like that, but for this kind of proficiency test, we have to be very careful, very careful, because some of our students, sometimes when we give them exercise to practice, sometimes they come up with this sort of silly question like, sir, shall I get some common from these examples? And this is not your SSC HSC exam. This is an English proficiency test. You have to understand the context. You have to understand the vocabulary. So you have to increase the stock of vocabulary. That is very important. So please, while you attempt reading, try to practice your grammar. Some of you might have practiced grammar from Chaudhary and Hussain, the advanced English grammar. Try to follow those. Follow Wren and Martin. I can say in some couple of points, you can go through parts of speech, you can go through tense, you can go through the degree of comparison, comparative, superlative, positive. You can go through the preposition rule, how to use. Don't go for too much grammar rule, but try to understand the basic and enjoy your learning of grammar, so that you can at least implement while you write, while you understand reading. That will be very helpful. So that's all for today. So I will expect all of you to to start reading from today and enjoy your reading for PTE exam. Please try to understand, this is a crucial task. You can overcome in writing, and of course this grammar practice will help you in writing as well, because in writing you don't need to make sentence too much complex. You have to write it in a simple sentence, but of course you have to maintain the grammar rules, because grammar has some numbers in grammar section. In writing band you have some numbers in grammar section. So I will come up with some another tips in writing band and another video. By the time, subscribe our channel, communicate with us. If you have any question, any query, come and visit our office in Mirpur, Shenpara Parvata, 128 Shenpara Parvata. Visit our website. In scroll you will be watching, you will see some information given in the scroll, our hotline number. Call us and join our team. You will get good suggestions and good vibes. Till then, take care. Have a good day.